My neighbour had thrown out an old desk. He didn't want it anymore and he decided it was time for it to go to the rubbish. I saw the piece and I asked him if I could have it. I saw potential and I loved the style, so I decided I would take the challenge. I wasn't too sure if the challenge might have been bigger than me, but I was willing to give it a go. The question was I up for the challenge? It looked like a big job. This was the fun part, pulling it apart, making sure that I knew where all the pieces went to make sure that I could put it back together. Checking for any damage, bits that are missing, and what I had to, there was bits missing, like the front drawer. I decided to paint it blue. So I went about putting the first coats so that I could have a nice base to work from. Then it was time to measure the front of the writing desk because it had no drawer front. So I had to make my own. Then it was time to put the dresser back together. Once I had put all the pieces, painted the base coats, it was time to put it together so that I could start working the decoupage and making it look gorgeous. Put all the hinges, I got new hinges because the hinges were old and ugly. So I got new hinges and it just looked really, really lovely. Writing table was missing, so I had to make my own. Some glue, some nail, some wood, voila. As I was painting the bottom of the writer's desk, you will see something on the left of the screen. They are water dragons. We have so many there. It was a beautiful place and had so many beautiful animals. Okay, this is my favorite part. It's time to decoupage. So I had to cut the pieces that I wanted, measure, and then stick them down with sticky tape just on the edges so I wouldn't wreck the paper to see how I went. But I had to cut it all up, stick it all down, and then have a look to see how I liked it. I could see potential. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with it. Okay. So now I knew where the pieces were going to go. It was time to use glue to glue it down. So slowly, bit by bit, I made sure the surface was clean and I glued down just in sections. I used cellophane or Glad wrap, in Australia we call that, and I would rub it in, make sure I had no bubbles. If I had a big bubble, I'd use a very sharp knife and I'd cut a little slice and then squeeze the air bubble out. I loved it so far. I think it's going to be awesome. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It supports my channel. Okay, satisfied with that part, it was time to blend and blend and blend and blend and blend some more. So it was a lot of work. I painted the paper as well as the dresser, and I don't know, I did it for a very long time until I was actually satisfied. Still blending. once it was all done, time to varnish. I gave it 3 coats of varnish. Because it was going to be used a lot, I wanted to make sure that, you know, it was protected. So I did the sides, the front, the insides, the back, the underneath, the top, all was varnished and it looked gorgeous. Once it was all done, I just had to go around, make sure that if I needed any touch-ups, and then gave it a nice good clean. And there you have it. I love this desk. It was a lot of effort and it took me a long time, but it turned out glorious. It's perfect.
Chega devagar e de mansinho, depois rola o beijo e acelera. Foi troca de olhares no cantinho, pegou minha cintura, então já era.